There's Drew Baldridge with Kirsch and Emily, New Country. Fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. Jelly roll for you before that, too. You had an interesting question a few minutes ago, Emily, and I have an answer for this. Remind us what you asked me.
I asked you, what's something that people turn into their whole personality? And when I asked you this, I was like, I'm going to regret this. I already know.
No, well, why do you... Okay, you said you think you know what my answer is going to be to this?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think my answer is going to be?
Taylor Swift.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No. Sure. I mean, if you're that much of a Swiftie...
Being a Swiftie, I guess.
Good for you. You know what mine is? 100%? It's politics.
Okay, I did not expect you to say that for some reason.
It's
even though I should have.
Look, I don't care which side of the aisle you identify most with, right? I just want you to be cool to me, but there are so many people. I'll never be able to understand this. Friends of mine who can't go through, like we go out and get beers and wings and we're going to watch a game or whatever. Right. And halfway through, they're like, blah, well, Trump did this and Joe Biden, blah, blah. It's like, okay, why are you bringing this up?
Other things to discuss. Correct.
Yeah. Did you see that goal? Did you see that touchdown? Did you see that home run? Did you, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump? It's like, okay, shut up and watch the game.
That's true. Okay. That's fair. Mine is MLMs.
Oh yeah. Like
okay. So, this.
What's the one that I'm thinking of?
Will change your life. I don't know. There's a ton of them. Like literally a ton. I can't even think of any. But
if I call one out, am I going to make people angry?
Probably yes.
I'll make them angry because what do I have to lose? Like the first one that came to mind was it's Rodan and Fields.
Oh yes.
Kind of like that, right? And hey, if you're making money with that, good for you.
Right, good for you. But I think of that like. Especially when they're someone who says, let's try this, and then they switch to another product or opportunity.
Yeah.
But
Mrs. Kirsch got a Facebook message, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, and she actually showed it to me because it drives her nuts too. An old acquaintance who she hadn't talked to in forever was like, hey, saw you and the family, you're doing well and everything else. How have you been? And she responded back. She was like, doing great. And then the response was, oh, fantastic. We're all getting older and your skin could use it. It's like, oh my gosh, come on.
Oh, it's like, oh, do you really care? You don't.
She should have written back and been like, well, Donald Trump said this and Joe Kamala Harris went this way.
She could have just not answered also.
Just reply back, Nancy Pelosi, and that's it.
Great advice this morning, Kirsch.
Fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. Kirsch and Emily, New Country. Fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. I find it very funny that we're going to talk about this sleep doctor who says there's 4 rules for the perfect nap. I mean, the 6 o'clock hour on a Tuesday morning. Let's talk about napping. You never take naps, do you?
For a while, okay.
Yeah,
no, I don't nap, and I know you don't nap. So
I did the other day accidentally. It was glorious. What day was that? Oh, that was on Saturday. I did a couple things in the morning, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go upstairs and take a shower and just get ready for the day or whatever. I don't know, like an hour later, Mrs. Kirsch comes walking up and she's like, you okay? I was like, yeah, just kind of took a little napsy.
I can't do it. I think that I waste the day and I'd rather just go to bed early.
So what does this doctor say the best way to take a perfect nap is? I want to see if...
I've always heard this. Keep it short, like 20 to 30 minutes. I've always heard that because you're just tired if it's longer.
20-minute nap is it.
Yes, and it can keep you up at night, which I guess I've had that problem. My husband's never had that problem, but
He's a guy. That's the way it works for guys.
Best time to nap is between 1 and 3. And obviously, get comfortable. The bed is ideal, but I don't know anyone who naps in their bed.
Well, that's where I had my accidental nap. I laid on the bed and I pulled the covers up over me. I was like, oh, this is kind of nice.
Did you get the lighting and the temperature right? Because apparently that matters.
I don't know what was going on. It's got to be perfect temperature for me to sleep, so it must have been.
Sounds like that's the same for napping, and also just be careful with the coffee. But you have like 5 cups a day, so
I'm good with that.
I'm shocked you napped.
I could drink a pot of coffee and go right to sleep. It doesn't affect me.
And not coffee for me, but like, does that mean something's wrong with us? That we can drink caffeine and just go to sleep?
Probably just means that we drink too much caffeine and our systems are used to it.
No, I thought it was just too much exhaustion in our lives, but okay.
Probably. That's probably it. Do we have a problem? If you're a doctor, if you know the answer to that, you can text us this morning, 99103.9. Be like, yeah, you guys should probably lay off if coffee or whatever isn't hitting you. Emily, I thought of you Sunday, because I was at the Lewis Center Kroger hanging out with
Which celebrity did you see?
Hanging out with the brass from Columbus. No, there were no celebrities there on Sunday. But I did see that Post Malone has teamed up with Oreo, and there are Post Malone Oreos now.
Have you tried them yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I bought some, I think a couple days ago for my husband.
Okay.
And I looked at him and I said, are they good? And he goes, no,
What
they're the
flavor
best
are they?
Oreo I've ever had. That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to get it wrong. Give me a second.
Okay.
It reminded me of coffee, to be quite honest.
Oh, it was like sort of a mocha
I think
flavor
I'm
or something
very
like that?
wrong, but that's what it reminded me of.
So I figured normal Oreos would be Post Malone Oreos because when you eat them and then you smile, it kind of makes your teeth look like his.
It's a swirled salted caramel and shortbread.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay. It just reminded me of coffee.
I'll have to try them. What about smells? Do you have any smells that just make you happy, just make your day?
Yes, peppermint. It just always puts me in a great mood.
It does? Okay. Is there a reason why?
No, I just like the smell.
Oh, okay.
Reminds me of like a clean energy, I guess. I don't know.
You know what mine are? So there's a couple.
Whiskey, bourbon.
No.
Tobacco.
No. What? Good Lord. No. So oddly enough, I love the smell of diesel fumes, and it makes me
weird.
Listen to this. So smells take me back to places, and that reminds me of a favorite job that I used to have. I used to drive a truck over summers when I was in college. It was carefree and a good time, and every time I smell diesel fumes, it takes me back. The other one, so certain hotel lobbies, Disney is big with this. The Grand Floridian lobby smells a certain way. The Polynesian lobby smells a certain way. Marriott lobbies all smell the same. The scent is called Attune. And I actually bought an Attune candle for my house so it would smell like a Marriott lobby because it reminds me of being on vacations and being places that kind of evoke happy thoughts and everything.
But the diesel fuel is kind of weird.
It takes me back to a good time in my life.
Yeah, I know, but like, you lose a lot of brain cells, don't you?
Pipe tobacco. I love the smell of pipes.
I was close, and you just said I was crazy.
Because it makes me think of my grandfather being over at their house when I was a kid.
That's fair. I understand.
Smells take me back. So there you go.
Yes. Someone once told me that you're gonna laugh at this one. Shoe polish, which I guess kind of goes with that, right?
Yeah, sort of.
It took them back, yeah. But ketchup. How does ketchup make you like? You like the smell of ketchup?
I don't know. Maybe it evokes a good memory, like I said with this. And I'm sorry that diesel fumes took me back to a fun time in my life.
You ever see someone sniffing ketchup? I need you to go up to them and go, all right, what memory is associated with this?
If I see somebody sniffing ketchup, I'm walking the other way. So, Emily, I want to go back and revisit something that you just brought up because I was talking about Buckeye Country Superfest, right? And, my daughter really wants to go see Megan Maroney. She's going to be playing part of it. Why is it False Promises?
I mean, I don't know. It could be. I'm just saying. You
me
don't know.
telling her, you don't have faith that I'm going to take my daughter to Buckeye Country Superfest?
No, I do.
Okay. I was like, wow.
It's giving me Taylor Swift vibes. I would never promise something unless I had it in hand, okay?
Well, I'm going to see if I can score some free, and if I can't score some free, I'm going to buy some tickets. The problem with Taylor Swift was, so I want to ask you this, like Taylor Swift, she wanted to go, and I was like, sorry, we're not going because I wasn't lucky enough to be one of the people who is blessed by her presence.
Actually, no, let's bring this up because I've been meaning to ask you about this for a while. didn't I have a hookup for you and then you just didn't respond? I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Well, yeah.
For a decent price.
Well, it was a decent price, but remind me what that price was?
No, I really don't remember. I thought it was not that bad. Like it was like normal price tickets.
No, it was dumb prices. And that's the reason that we didn't go. So let me ask you this. If you had to pay, like you paid to go see Taylor Swift, but you paid normal prices for those?
Yep, I did both times.
What's the most you would have paid to go see Taylor Swift? Like
you want to know
ticket.
what I did pay?
Per ticket. What? Yeah. Which show did you pay up for? Tampa?
Tampa. I paid like I want to say like $600. A lot.
That's
$600, $700. I can't remember. Floor seats, and then that was the VIP package.
That's child's play. When I was looking for tickets, they were like $20,000 a piece.
Yeah, that's insane. Indy was like 100 and something, I think, 200 and something.
By that point, I was just mad at her, and I'm like, I don't even want to go.
Yeah.
And actually, by that point, my daughter was like, I don't even like her anymore. I was like,
that's
yeah.
what she's just saying.
Sweet. No, she had a Taylor Swift flag in her room and everything else, and she took it down. She's past that.
Okay, well, we know who won't do that to you, and it's Megan Maroney, correct?
Buckeye Country Superfest. She's going to be playing there in June.
June 21st.
And it's Kane Brown and Jelly Roll there as well. If you want to buy tickets, you can link up over at country1039fm.com. Emily, I want to see if your husband has this male superpower that So Mrs. Kirsch and I were talking about this yesterday, and I realized it's something that I think men have the ability to do that women cannot.
Oh, gosh. Okay, what is it? I'm sure he does.
Which I truly believe, men and women created equal and all that, but men are from Mars, women are from Venus. There are some definite differences. And this is one that I've asked women before. Are you capable of sitting there and thinking of nothing?
No, and this is so funny you say that because this is like one of the biggest debates in my house with my husband. And I don't understand how you can just sit there and not think about anything.
It's a thing.
Crazy. He asks me all the time, do you ever just sit there and do you just have an off button with your brain? And I'm like, no, I don't. What's it like, Gersh? Because I thought he was just lying.
Glorious. It is wonderful. We were sitting there doing something, and she's like, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, no, what were you thinking about? No, I'm literally thinking of nothing right now. I was staring at the wall and just kind of there. And it's I don't know. I think it's a guy thing. You can just shut your brain down you're obviously breathing and functioning, but it's I don't have any current responsibilities and I'm just going to sit here for a second.
Like that meme where the girl's laying there. He's probably thinking about other girls, and then the guy's thinking of something totally different or nothing at all.
Oh yeah, I bet he's thinking about other girls.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that though. I mean, as a guy, I will vouch for the fact that it is possible to sit there at times.
You know what?
And just not think of. Let me see if I can do it right now.
I'm just saying. I think it's just more of the mental load we carry as women. That's all. So you can start talking though, because this
I was just really
anxiety.
trying. I was trying not to think of anything. I was just listening to this music in the background. It's nice.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, you're giving me anxiety now.
So I'm not the only one though. Your husband will do it too.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a great example to use in life.
him just being totally brain dead there for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if so.
All right. Well, there you go. Today, Emily, if you weren't aware, it's Make a Friend Day.
So I have a question for you.
Oh, gosh. It's Kirsch and Emily, New Country 103.9. What's up?
Okay, I saw on Reddit where someone was asking how to make a friend, right?
Okay.
So I need to know, how do you make friends? Because let's be honest, everyone's our friend. We say that all the time. But how do you make friends?
I mean, the original interaction with someone who then becomes a friend, or?
Yeah, sure.
For me, I just talk to them.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's not hard. How do you just make a friend and just go talk to someone?
But I think there's more to it than that. But go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to use Tess as an example because she's the last friend I've made.
Okay.
We're being honest. But Tess, I think I just started talking to her and then I just forced myself into her life where she had no choice but to like me.
You're hello, I'm Emily. It's good to meet you.
Yeah. And then I just like showed her my awesomeness and forced myself into her life, and she's awesome back. So, it works. It's called friendship.
And she's like, why are you in my car? What? I don't know. Are you coming home with me? This is weird. No, I get that. So here's the thing, though. Like, you and Tess have a lot in common. Like, you're around the same age. You work in the same industry.
Yeah,
you like true. All that kind of stuff. You have a lot in common.
I can't become friends with someone who I don't have things in common with.
Why would I say
watch
that?
Watch me, Kirsch. I don't know. I felt like that's where you were going. I'm like, watch me. Give me a challenge. Who do I need to become friends with?
I'll come up with somebody. Andy Ginther.
Okay,
Andy.
I will.
Andy, if you're listening, Emily wants to be your friend. She wants to hang out. She'll be sitting in your car.
I would be a very vocal friend with. Let's not do politicians.
No, here's what I was going to say, though. Like, I'll walk up and I'll talk to somebody and we sort of establish that, hey, we get along. But I think it's that thing that you just said, that sounds a little creepy. I'm going to force myself into your life. That sounds borderline illegal. But I like them. I'm like, hey, guess what? You can't get rid of me now. A simple text like, hey, I'm going to,
sounds really stalkerish.
Hey, do you want to go grab a cocktail somewhere or something like that? That's a little less invasive. I don't know the best way to put it.
I don't either, but you know what? Whatever works for us, right?
Oh my God.
How did we become friends?
But you forced yourself into my life. I got home from work one day and you were sitting there. You're like, hello, I'm Emily. And I was like, okay, do you live here now? Or what is this? Okay. Friendship tips from Emily. Creepy, big creeper sit over there. Luke Combs coming up. Parker McCollum and Morgan Wallen on the way too. It's New Country, fewer commercials. New Country 103.9. Seriously, Andy, if you're looking for some friends, she's ready to go.
I'm the best friend. Okay, I got references.
All right, so Emily, I have to tell you what happened to poor Mrs. Kirsch. It was like a week ago or so, and I felt so bad for her because she was like, "Oh man, I think I'm getting old." One of our girls had pointed out she was filling something out, and she put her email address down.
Is she a Hotmail girly?
She has a Hotmail address. And it was so funny because our daughter's like, Mom, what is that? She's like, what? It's my Hotmail. She's like, what is Hotmail? She's like, it's my email address.
But what is Hotmail, honestly?
It was Microsoft's like free email service.
Oh, okay.
So
I just like it's just one of those things I make fun of people who have Hotmail.
It was AOL. It's like AOL. It was like if your email address was, Emily@AOL.com, you automatically sound like you're old. And she didn't realize Hotmail was starting to age her because she has a Hotmail email address, but she has one and she's used it forever.
Do you remember your first email address? At all?
I think I do.
Back in the 1900s.
So,
is that when it came about?
Yeah, it was in the 1900s because I had one at bgsu.edu. I had my Bowling Green email address. But before that, remember, I don't know if you remember this or not, but like every internet provider had their own email addresses.
They still do, don't they?
I think they probably do. So like you could get a @spectrum.com or whatever.
Huawei, I think, was one, right?
Yeah.
Time Warner back in the day before it was Spectrum.
Yeah, right. My first one was like my initials, or I might have been like Kirsch something at earthlink.net.
I wish there was a way I could log into my old emails. Just to see didn't Google do that whole thing where they deleted accounts
old
not
email
used?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
My Facebook login is still like an old email address.
You should probably update that.
I don't think you can.
You can. I've done it.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to have you do it then.
Okay. You're giving me the power of your Facebook?
There's nothing interesting in there, I promise you. You'll get in and be like, wow. God,
You're boring.
Yeah, pretty much. What was your first email address?
I don't even remember. I think it was AHH_EMMX3 at Gmail or Yahoo. One of those. Isn't that weird?
And mine was at
like,
Earthlink.
M, and then heart. Oh,
Earthlink.
that's cute. I love our age difference here, Kirsch.
Hotmail. Hotmail, I love it. All right. Hey.
Should maybe convert her to like Gmail,
Oh,
Yahoo.
we did. Wait, what was my topic last week we did on Traffic Jam Trivia?
Oh, is this an original or not?
Oh, original or not as far as country music goes. So I gave you a little while ago a choice, and you chose to do country artist trivia today to see how you would do on Traffic Jam Trivia.
Good. I'm ready.
Are you feeling confident?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am.
Well, 5 questions. In order to win today, you've got to get at least 3 correct.
Okay.
Country artist trivia for Emily. Here we go. You ready? Number 1 today. Which country artist is known as the Man in Black? Is it A, Clint Black, B, Johnny Cash, C, Merle Haggard?
It's Johnny Cash. I was going to answer that, but without even multiple choice.
Made these pretty easy for you today. Okay, number 2. Which country artist released a rock album under the alter ego Chris Gaines? Was this A, Kenny Chesney, B, Ronnie Dunn, or C, Garth Brooks?
Oh. Wow. Is it? Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm saying Ronnie Dunn. Oh. Garth.
Chris Gaines was Garth Brooks.
Yeah, wow.
1999. Garth Brooks was Chris Gaines.
I can't picture it at all, actually.
He looked all emo on the cover of the album and everything. It was great. Okay, number 3. I think you'll get this one. What is Kelsey Ballerini's real name? Is it A, Kelsey Ballerini, B, Kelsey Batiste, or C, Kelsey Broward?
I got it. I think it's B.
Kelsey Batiste?
Yeah.
Kelsey's real name is Kelsey Ballerini.
Are you sure?
Look it
Wow.
up. All right.
No, I know it probably is because I always thought that was such a fun name.
Okay, number 4. Which artist?
I'm not doing well.
Which artist is not a member of the Grand Ole Opry? Is it A, Trace Adkins, B, Kenny Chesney, C, Chris Jansen?
Kenny's not a member, is he?
That's correct.
Okay.
Kenny is not a member of the Grand Ole Opry. Okay, you're 2 for 5. You've got to get this one to win on Traffic Jam Trivia. Which artist or band recorded the famous song On the Road Again? Is it A, Waylon Jennings, B, Willie Nelson, C, Alabama?
Oh my goodness. Is it Waylon? I don't.
That was Willie Nelson.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't think you would make it B again.